Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview March 11th, 2015 as we come up to hump day on a Wednesday. Halfway through our trading week, however, we have a full trading day ahead. I do this recording in the Asian session. Traders, today is again March 11th, 2015, and always remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, if you would, come on and take a look at us. Come and visit at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, if you would, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator through the Market Opening Preview Series, and also on Friday, after the New York close, we have the Friday Wrap-Up, where we look at about 16 daily charts. Well, my trading experience is that I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful career in the Fire Rescue Department out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, got on an airplane, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still in Thailand. So I'm not leaving. Traders, I do trade the Forex market every single trading day. I'm always looking for opportunities with probabilities on my side to win trades. Yes, I do lose trades. I lost a trade on Monday. Took a hit on a trade on the pound Aussie. So we all lose trades. That's just part of the game. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Let's get to the charts. I'm sure you don't want to hear too much about me. This is a risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most of all, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so what do you say? I guess it's time we hit it here, and let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at the numbers. Everybody was in the red. I'll tell you right off the bat. The Dow 30 was negative 1.85%. The S&P 500 negative 1.70%. The NASDAQ negative 1.67%. The Russell 2000 negative 1.23%. Let's head on over to the Eurozone, where the DAX closed at negative 0.71%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 2.52%, with the CAC 40 closing at negative 1.12%, and the Eurostock 50 closed at negative 1.19%. Let's come on over here to Asia. These countries are currently trading. As we read these numbers, these are fresh, as, like I said, these markets are open. And the Nikkei 225 is up 0.43%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.45%. The Shanghai is positive at 0.91%. And the Hang Seng is negative 0.25%. With the Kospi negative 0.47%. Lots of red. Lots and lots of red. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the news today. We've had some Aussie news in the Asian session about 2.5 hours ago, and it was home sales, and it was a terrible number. It was negative 3.5, and they were expecting negative 1.9, so that was a bad number. It only moved about 30 pips, and I think it's recouped those pips already. All right, so we have some important data coming out today. We have, check your economic calendar for your time zone, but we have China industrial production year on year, 2.5 hours before the London Open. The other high impact data is in the London session, where we have ECB President Draghi speaking. That is right at the open he is speaking. That's not a good thing. And out of the Great British Pound, we have manufacturing production month on month, which comes out 90 minutes after the London Open. So President Draghi is speaking right at the bell. That's going to make it challenging, folks. All right. What do you say? Why don't we take a look at some 60-minute Forex charts. Remember, each candle is 1 hour. All right, well, as usual, start off with our euro dollar. Euro dollar moved very nicely yesterday. And I have to tell you that all our trades yesterday, all 6 pairs worked yesterday and was successful. That's the first time in a very, very long time that we were able to make trade plans and all 6 came out the way we wanted them to. Okay, what are we looking for here? We're looking for a pullback. We want this pullback to 38.2. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. If we get to the 23.6 and get a bearish candle, you could take it down. The problem is, well, that wouldn't be too bad. There's not a lot of pips there. That's a shallow trade. I really want this to pull back to the 38.2. I think it's a much better trade. And this is probably going to go sideways at Draghi speaking, and that'll make it more challenging at the London Open. But I don't think I'm going to enter any trades now that Draghi is speaking until the London Open. Let's take a look at the Great British Pound. A little difficult here. This is in a 62 pip range. Price action right now is in the center of the range. I stuck a trend line on there to show you resistance. That's a valid trend line. It's touched 3 times. We're in a 62 pip range. My feeling is I want this to come back up to resistance and we can sell it. Now, what if it doesn't do that? What if it just heads on straight on down? Well, if it comes back down, you can buy it back up to resistance if it stays in the range. But I really don't want to buy the pound dollar. I want to sell it. So I'm looking for, my bias is to get the entry to sell it at 1.5092, and we'll take this back down again. Right now it's in the middle of the range, and I'm not interested in doing anything with this. If you look left of the chart, that is a lot of junk that you have to fight through. Okay. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Like I said, the Aussie had some data come out today. This is just an ugly, ugly chart there for the last 24 hours. I will say that the Aussie is still producing, this sell-off, and it's continuing. And, we are currently at, well, when I took this slide, we were 0.7629. So this continues to drop. I'd like to see this pullback and give us some room. I really don't want to take this trade right from this level right here. And of course, I'm not doing anything till Draghi's speech is over, especially with the Aussie dollar. This thing will zap you in a heartbeat. So, yeah, we want this to pull back to 38.2 at 0.7647, and we can sell this. Oh, I didn't realize Draghi was speaking today. That really puts a wrench in the operation. This is our Euro Aussie. This has worked very nicely for us lately. It's given us some nice pips. The only thing I can do with this was put a trend line trade in here. If you look at the daily chart, it's coming up on support. I'm really starting to, and it's bouncing. Well, it was. That's like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago when I looked at it. But it's bouncing, and my thing is that this is due to give us a retrace. The Euro Aussie loves to do that, sort of get you in there and get you selling, and then like the third day it decides it's going to give you a blue candle on a daily chart. So I'm very skeptical on this trade, and it's got to break this trend line with a retest, and then if we get below the trend line, the bottom at that Bollinger Band, we get below that, we are in a wide open space. We just got to watch that wick. If you look left of the chart, we got a wick there, that low. That's plenty of pips away, and we are clear sailing. There's nothing in the way, and we can just take this down. The euro dollar is at a 12-year low, the euro dollar right now. Okay? So we would just want to sell this, but I'm cautious on this because I'm expecting this to bounce and give us an up day, and we're due to get one, so we just have to watch this. Again, we're not doing anything till after Draghi speaks. Here's a euro yen's been really trending very nicely to the downside. This is a really nice pullback already. When I was writing notes for this presentation, I was saying that this was like ready to go. In other words, if I saw a bearish candlestick formation, I would sell this. Well, if you can get break even by the time the London Open, that's fine. But if not, you don't want to be entering the euro yen with Draghi speaking. We don't know what he's going to say. And yeah, he's going to put a wrench in the operation today. So again, this is another, we're going to have to wait now because I'm not entering these trades until he's finished. Hopefully he's quick today, like 40 minutes. But this is really a nice trade setup on the euro yen. This is exactly what you want. You want it to go all the way down, then turn around, and then give you that nice pullback, which we're getting, and then give us a nice bearish candlestick formation. Let's take this to the downside. Love for it to get up to that 130.06 and take it down. Here's a New Zealand dollar. I don't like this trade at all, folks. This is a very shallow trade. There's only 32 pips to support. If you took this after that trend line, took that break after that trend line, it's a very shallow trade. I really want to see this bounce up. I wouldn't mind this if it bounced all the way back up to that 73.29 where our stop's at, and then sold it. But this is one of those, wow, 32 pip to support, and you're not going to get in right at the exact spot. So you're working with 20 pips. That's not a lot of room to work with, my friends. If you look left of the chart until we break that low, we have junk to deal with. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to just probably put the New Zealand dollar on the sidelines for today. We'll see what happens. Traders, this thing with Draghi speaking today really puts a crunch in the operation, and it does not say where he is speaking, and I did not find that out before I did my presentation today. Shame on me. But yeah, I don't know where he's talking, but it's right at the London Open. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, and coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, with bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and it's going to be a hot one today, folks. Yes, summertime has arrived in Thailand. It is hot. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, till the next, the next day, which will be tomorrow, before the London Open. I'll have another one for you. Take care, my friends. Have a great one, and grab those pips. Ciao for now. Be safe. Take care.